Finally, the last major change with respect to removals is that the government has announced a voluntary removal program. It's basically a program where the government will provide financial assistance, basically provide money for people who voluntarily leave the country. It's hoped that this process will help the government meet its 12-month target in terms of removal. So that's the process. Just a couple of general issues that I'm concerned about. First is there's nothing that's being done with respect to immigration consultants. In my view, if we're going to make major changes to the inland refugee determination system, one of the things that we really need to do is to remove immigration consultants from the refugee determination process. I think there are a number of really good consultants out there. I think there's an important role for consultants in the immigration system, but I think refugee claims raise issues that are too important to be left for counsel without legal training. I've got some research that I'm working on right now that's using access to information requests to look at what explains outcomes in refugee determination processes. The stuff that I'm working on currently looks at who is counsel for claimants. The early indications are that if you're not represented, your success rate is 14%. If you're represented by a consultant, your success rate is 36%, and if you're represented by a lawyer, your success rate is 58%. In my view, these issues are just too serious to be left to immigration consultants. Of course, in order to make a move to require that counsel be actual lawyers rather than consultants, something would also have to be done about the availability for legal aid in a number of provinces for refugee claims.
Do you mind just repeating those percentages in different categories?
14% not represented, 36% consultants, 58% lawyers. And I'm going to publish that shortly, I hope. Two other concerns. First, the overall tone. I share Jennifer's concerns about the language with respect to bogus claimants. In my view, one of the responsibilities of the Minister of Immigration is to sell the importance of refugee protection to the public, that the Minister should be a champion for refugee protection, and using language like bogus claims is, in my view, highly inappropriate. I also think it's counterproductive. Any immigration lawyer worth their salt is going to be, in every single Mexican case now, is going to be alleging that the Immigration and Refugee Board member is biased due to comments made by the Minister with respect to all Mexican claimants being bogus claimants, and I think there's something to those arguments. So I think the Minister, for kind of practical reasons, should refrain from making these comments, but I'm also concerned that the Minister doesn't understand that one of his jobs is to ensure that Canadians support refugee protection. Finally, there's an issue with respect to consultation. Some members of the refugee advocacy communities appear to have been consulted with respect to this bill. A number of others have not, specifically the Canadian Council for Refugees, which is the organization. If you're going to only consult one organization, you would think that that would be it. If not, the Refugee Lawyers Association should have been consulted. To my knowledge, they were not. That is a concern, and I think going forward, that's something that the refugee advocacy community should be pressing for, more substantial consultation with relevant stakeholders. So that's it. We really hope to have quite a bit of time for discussion, for your